Parasite.
Yeah! Oh, yes! 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 Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Okay, wow, shit. It's 8:40 a.m. in the morning right now. It's been a long time since I have woken up this early, and I've only slept for like 5.5 hours this morning. So I'm really friggin' sleepy right now. But yeah. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, and today I will watch the Oscars live for the first time in my life. Which is very exciting, because usually the Oscars would happen on a Sunday night in the USA, which means it's a Monday morning in Hong Kong, which means I have to go to school. But since school is canceled because of coronavirus, so now I can watch the Oscars live. So it's my first live Oscars. That's exciting. Let's go. Brad Pitt. Hi.
The Oscars are live when we come back here on ABC.
Oh, Janelle Monae. This is what happens when you don't get a host. The pink. Midsummer.
15-time Soul Train Award winner, Regina.
You say you no longer wish to be Cardinal Archbishop. I ask you, are you sure you still wish to be a priest?
I had to put you into this.
And the Oscar goes to Brad Pitt.
Aha.
And the adults do the right thing. This really is about Quentin Jerome Tarantino. You are original, you are one of a kind.
Jeremy and Mark Duplantis. Klaus. Sergio Pablos. Oscar goes to Toy Story 4.
No.
Hair Love.
There are so many great versions of Elsa. For instance, Canadian Elsa is basically the same, but with healthcare. But as a dad...
Who is this? Aurora? And she's gone.
Is Questlove.
Ah!
Freaking Questlove.
Questlove. Questlove's in the house.
I mean, that's really
You're
the power
breathtaking.
of a good script. Am I right about that?
You're absolutely
I am.
Blank, you said the investigation is ongoing. You made a point of that. Do you suspect foul play?
Mr. Blanc.
Marriage Story, written by Noah Baumbach.
Oh, Marriage Story. Noah Baumbach. Noah Baumbach.
Okay, and so the Oscar, it goes to, oh my God. Don't you think this? It was exciting.
Bong Joon-Ho.
Yay! Yay!
내가 내 얘기도 감사하고 또 저의 대사를 멋지게 화면에 옮겨준 우리 지금 와 있는 우리 멋진 기생충 배우들에게도 감사드립니다.
I thank my wife for always being an inspiration to me. I thank all the actors who are here with me today for bringing this film to life. Thank you.
Timothée Chalamet.
Shoeless Joe,
Q&A.
Diversion.
But you may know them better as the films they became. Casablanca, Field.
Yes, Jojo Rabbit.
This is the first Oscar and third nomination for Taika Waititi.
Yay.
The Oscars goes to
The Neighbor's Widow.
Goes to
Parasite.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What? What?
Oh, Diaz. Oh, Devil with the Blue Dress, Blue. Jacqueline Duran, Little Women.
Haha, Little Woman.
This year's nominated documentaries. Oscar goes to American Factory. And the winner is Learning to Skateboard in a War Zone If You're a Girl.
Here are the nominees for performance by an actress in a support story. And the Oscar goes to
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. Mary Streep.
Yep. Mom spaghetti.
Before you found anything.
Knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on his sweater already.
Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, he knows that he's so sad that he knows when he goes back to his mobile home. That's when it's one shot, it's your chance to look. It's not the music, the moment, so you better never let it go. One shot, it's your chance to look.
The Oscar goes to Ford versus
1917.
Yep. Knew it. I knew it.
Nominees that don't look like me. First up, Janelle, let us know who we've been coasting. Yeah, Chris Rock dropped Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
1917. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Robert Richardson.
Lighthouse.
And the Oscar goes to Roger Deakins.
No. Parasite.
Oscar goes to Michael McCusker and
Oh no. No. What?
Oscars.
Zazie Beetz. Keanu Reeves.
I'm Zazie Beetz, and down here in the orchestra pit in front of me is a fabulous music director. Oh my goodness, Ricky Minor. I'm very nervous, everybody. I'm so sorry.
And the Oscar goes to
1917.
No.
The Oscar goes to Bombshell.
Ahaha. Bong Joon-Ho.
And the Oscar goes to
Parasite. Yes. Standing ovation. Bong Joon-Ho, yes. Oh my god.
Ancestral lands of the Tongva, the Tatavia, and the Chumash.
For this performance. Finally. So here is Maestro Emir Noon to conduct this year's nominated Best Original Scores. And the
Joker.
And the Oscar goes to Hildur Rupert-Toliver.
Yay. Yay.
Goes to Sir Elton John.
Yay, Elton John. Waluigi.
Thank God he didn't drop me.
Bong Joon-Ho, no. Bong Joon-Ho, Bong Joon-Ho, Bong Joon-Ho. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Yes! 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 Shut out.
As Billie Eilish and Phineas perform in their honor, let us remember their lives and let us remember their legacies.
Well, we're coming to the final 3 awards of the evening, and time is of the essence, which is why I'm here to introduce myself before introducing someone else, who will in turn introduce someone else. So please welcome acting royalty, the truly brilliant and wonderful Academy Award winner, Olivia Colman.
Keanu Reeves.
The Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix.
Yay.
Distressing issues that we are facing collectively. And I think at times we feel or we're made to feel formative
Rami.
as displayed by these 5 nominees. They're Cynthia Reed, Harriet, 2, Renee Zellweger.
Parasite. The Peach montage.
Parasite, Kwak Shin-A and Bong Joon-Ho producers.
Parasite, Parasite, Parasite.
And the Oscar goes to Parasite.
Yeah! Oh, yes! 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 Fuck yes! Fuck yes!
Parasite has 6 Academy Award nominations. The way he talks, the way he walks, and especially the way he directs. And
Yay! Yay! Ah ha ha! And hey guys, what's up? The Oscars just ended 15 minutes ago, and I'm going to immediately talk about my thoughts about the latest, the 92nd Oscars this year. Immediately, hot and fresh, thoughts. So, yeah, let's talk about the 2020 Oscars. So, I have a rundown of every single event that happened this Oscars, and I'm gonna go through them. So the ceremony started off with a guest performance with Janelle Monae, and Janelle Monae sort of sings a song as an opening monologue. It's not bad, but I don't think it's that great either. I think Janelle Monae is a very talented singer, but I wish she sang a different song. It's just really not her strong suit. But I'm kind of happy that the Oscars are inviting more guest singers. Of course, they want to boost up their views, but still better than completely no host. And then we have Chris Rock and Steve Martin, who aren't hosts, but they are kind of hosts because they were on the stage. They weren't really presenting any awards, but they're cracking jokes, so I guess they're kind of hosts, but only in the beginning. I mean, they were hosts before. So yeah. Okay, now for the awards. For Best Supporting Actor, it is Brad Pitt, as expected. I am not complaining, even though still Willem Dafoe, he won the Independent Spirit Award, I think. So, I'm glad Willem Dafoe won that one. And then Beanie Feldstein from Booksmart introduced Mindy Kaling, who then presented the Best Animated Feature Award, which went to Toy Story 4. Yes, that is very expected, even though I wish it's I Lost My Body, but yeah, Toy Story 4 won, unfortunately. For Best Animated Short, it is Hair Love, as expected. And then we have the Into the Unknown performance with Elsas from all around the world, and it's okay. It's not as great as I've expected. And also Aurora, I think, the Norwegian singer, she's in the back the whole time doing these backup vocals, which is a little awkward. And then we have Kelly Marie Tran in Questlove introducing Diane Keaton and Keanu Reeves, which then presented the Best Original Screenplay Award, which went to Parasite by Joon-Ho, which is very amazing. I'm happy for Joon-Ho. And for Best Adapted Screenplay, as I predicted, it's also Jojo Rabbit, Taika Waititi. Now that I'm thinking about it, I realize that every single Best Picture nominee had won an award except for The Irishman. So the Oscars completely shut out Martin Scorsese on this one. So I'm actually really happy that Bong Joon-ho gave Martin Scorsese a shout out during his speech winning Best Director. So, Best Live Action Short, it is The Neighbor's Widow, presented by Shia LaBeouf and Zach Gottsagen. And for Best Production Design, now this is a surprise. It went to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I predicted and I rooted for Parasite on this one. I know that the Oscars are going to give, besides Brad Pitt, they're going to give one more award for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because it's about Hollywood and Hollywood loves Hollywood, so they're going to give 2 awards. It must be 2, no more, no less. And I thought they're going to give costume design to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I guess they didn't, and they gave it to Little Woman, which is, I guess, a pretty well-deserved win as well. I mean, Jacqueline Duran has been one of the best costume designers in Hollywood, and Little Woman deserves something. And Hollywood's production design isn't really that bad as well. Next up, we have the performance by Diane Warren, I'm Standing With You, which is a little underwhelming, just okay, I guess. For Best Documentary, as predicted, it is American Factory. And for Best Documentary Short, as predicted, it is Learning to Skateboard and A War Zone If You're a Girl. And then we have Best Supporting Actress, and as predicted, it is Laura Dern. And then we have Anthony Ramos introducing Lin-Manuel Miranda, which introduces a bunch of movie songs. And then we have a surprise performance from Eminem for the song Lose Yourself. And I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. I know that they're trying to boost their views up, and by inviting guest singers and rappers, they're gonna do that. But I didn't know they're gonna bring out Eminem, and I am happy that Eminem is performing. Yes, and everybody's, well, not everybody, but people gave Eminem a standing ovation after the performance. It was awesome. Lose Yourself is a great song, and I had a lot of fun watching it. And then for Best Sound Editing, it went to Ford vs. Ferrari, and Best Sound Mixing went to 1917. And yeah, very, very predictable, as expected. And then afterwards, we have a performance from Randy Newman for the song I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4, and the performance is meh. And then afterwards, for Best Cinematography, as predicted, it is 1917 by Roger Deakins. Shout out to Roger Deakins. He's a great DP, but still, I'm just underwhelmed that The Lighthouse won 0 Oscars. I was rooting for The Lighthouse 100%, but I guess 1917 also kind of deserves it. And then afterwards, we have Best Editing, which surprisingly went to Ford versus Ferrari. Which, I mean, Ford versus Ferrari's editing isn't as bad as Bohemian Rhapsody, duh. But still, I would love to see Parasite winning, the Peach montage again, and the Irishman winning would be great too. And then afterwards, we have the CEO of Oscars and Tom Hanks talking about the Oscars Museum, and then it's Zazie Beetz talking about the Oscars Orchestra, and she also introduced Cynthia Erivo, who performed Stand Up from the movie Harriet, which is a pretty okay performance. And then we have Best Visual Effects, which pisses me off a little bit. The winner went to 1917. And yeah, that's just why? But James Corden and Rebel Wilson were funny AF in presenting that award, so there's that. Anyways, Best Makeup and Hairstyle went to Bombshell, as expected, and Best Feature, International Film Feature, Parasite, of course, as expected. Elton John's performance for I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocketman is great. And Taika Waititi talks about the Humanitarian Award, and also gave a shout out to some Polynesians from the Pacific Ocean, which is awesome. Best Original Score, as expected, Joker by Hildur Guðnadóttir. And for Best Original Song, as expected, Elton John. For a sec, I thought they're gonna give it to Toy Story 4, which is gonna suck, but yes, Elton John winning an Oscar. Yes. And for Best Director, Bong Joon-Ho. I thought they're gonna give it to Sam Mendes, but they did the right thing. Speaking of doing the right thing, Spike Lee presented the award. And I'm just really happy for Bong Joon-ho. Great speech. And then we have In Memoriam with a performance from Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas O'Connell. And they're performing Yesterday by the Beatles. And Also, I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the Oscar ceremony, Janelle Monáe was in the Midsommar flower costume that Florence Pugh wore at the end of the movie Midsommar, and it's just a really great shout out to Midsommar, because Midsommar is one of the movies that the Oscars decided to completely ignore. Same goes for Uncut Gems. I was kind of hoping that someone would give Uncut Gems or The Lighthouse a shout out, but still, great shout out from Janelle Monáe, or whoever designed her dress. And then George Mackay, introduced Olivia Colman, who then presented the Best Leading Actor award to Joaquin Phoenix. As expected, he won. He gave a pretty compelling speech talking about our environment, talking about gender and racial equality, of course, but also, very impressively, he canceled cancel culture. And I'm just really happy for that speech. And for Best Leading Actress, of course, presented by Rami Malek, my boy Rami Malek. He went from a small role in The Master and the video game Until Dawn to Mr. Robot and Freddie Mercury, and now a James Bond movie. Anyways, winner went to Renee Zellweger for Judy. Very long speech, I know. Well deserved, I guess, and it's pretty predictable. And for Best Picture, now I got worried for a sec because we all know that it's either 1917 or Parasite. The wise choice would be Parasite because it's the best movie of 2019 and it's one of the best movies of the decade. It's so great. I love this movie so much. And then we have 1917, which is also a pretty great movie. And it won Best Picture in Golden Globes and BAFTA. So I really don't know which side is gonna Oscar. Is the Oscars gonna side on? And Jane Fonda presented the award, and she said Parasite, and I was delighted. I was thrilled. I was extremely happy that the Oscars went for the right decision. Yes, Parasite is the right answer. Yes, okay, yes. I am incredibly happy for Parasite, for Bong Joon-ho. I'm so happy that Bong Joon-ho is finally getting the recognition that he so deserves after years of making great movies, classics. And Parasite, 100%. And I would have been as happy if Kendrick Lamar wins the Grammy instead of Taylor Swift. But, this is probably the most well-deserved Oscar for Best Picture since a long time ago. I mean, Green Book winning, I mean, it's a okay movie, but it's a little underwhelming. And then The Shape of Water is really not that great either, even though it's pretty good. Moonlight is well deserving, but Parasite winning is just so satisfying. And what are your thoughts on the Oscars? I'm happy. Are you? Comments below, let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want more, and also check out my Twitter account, which I will link down below, as well as my Instagram. And you can see my thoughts and opinions and things. Yay.